Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cribbage for beginners, intermediate level, and expert level players. I use the Cribbage Classic app on my iPhone, but you can go ahead and select whatever Cribbage game you feel comfortable. But to me, this is the most efficient and easiest, user friendly. So here's my stats over the last couple years. You can see all the percentages, my average pegging, hand, and crib score. So I'm going to go ahead and play and kind of explain as I go. That's just my teaching method. And I don't like to insult intelligence. You guys will pick up a lot of stuff on, throughout the hands. So let's begin. I'll go on pro. There you just, whoever gets the lowest card gets first crib. So it's basically just an extra hand for that deal. Now you get 6 cards, you have to discard 2. And it looks like, since it's not my crib, if it was my crib, I would throw the 6 and 9 away and give myself 15 for 2 and keep the kings. But I'm going to break this up. I got to throw away the king and the 3. Now I'm not going to throw the king of club and the 3 of club because that's a potential flush in their crib. So once I confirm, now I start, and you just got to keep track of the points for each card. So I'm going to start with the 6. All right, 5. Now I'm not going to throw the 5 because I'm assuming he could be ambushing me with another 5. So he would get 6 points if that's the case. So I'm going to throw my 9. Okay, now it adds up to 29, so that means that I already know he doesn't have a 2 or below, a 2 or an ace. So if he can't go, then I get 1 point for last card. Now if I had a 7, it would come up 31. That's 2 points. So since I ended, your opponent will start. So 3 and 10. All face cards are worth 10 points. And as you can see, as it scores, it's 2 15s for 4. So the 5 and king, which is 10 points, is 15, and 9 and 6 is 15. And you get 2 points for each combination of cards that add up to 15. Yeah, he has a good hand. All right, you can see how it's counted. Good. You want to give your opponent a goose egg in their crib. Okay, since it's my crib, do I throw away the 9 or do I throw away the queen? I'm going to go ahead and throw away the 9. Just in case I get a 5. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Since it's early in the game, I'm going to go ahead and take a chance and throw my jack for a pair. And it worked out. So he gets last card for 28. And I'm going to go ahead and throw my 10 just in case he's holding a 10. Then I could throw my other 10 for a 6. Yeah, it's pretty easy on how you keep track of the scoring. If you don't have any 15s, then you just rely on your runs and your pairs. Ooh, okay, this is a tough one. So when you have a tough hand like this, you get rid of because one just to help you eliminate. So I want to keep the 6-5 combination just in case I get a 4. That's kind of a big value hand for me. And I got to discard a 2. Doesn't matter which suit because the 9's a spade. I'm going to start with the 2. Okay, he had last card, then I have to go. You try not to hold on to your fives at the end because there's so many 10-point value cards, especially if they have crib and they go last. All right, so as you can see, he's got 4 hearts. So he gets the 4 points for a flush at the end. Now, if this was his crib, he would need all 5 cards to be hearts. So if this hand would have been in his crib, he doesn't get that 4 points for flush. It has to be all 5 cards in the crib hand, but not in your main hand. Okay, I need to make a move here. So I'm definitely going to keep the 9 6s in my main hand and let's just throw the 2 2s. Because you like to keep aces for your pegging phase. Okay, here I'm going to hope he has an 8 so I can ambush him. So yeah, he got 3 points, but now I get 4. And then I'm holding that ace. So I get 6 to his 3. And then there you go, I get 15 for 2. So the key is having any combination of cards that add up to 15. Okay, yeah, I'm not sweating yet because cribbage, you can come back at any time with big hands. So, and I have a good hand here, so hoping I get to catch up a little more. So here I'm going to throw my 7 because just in case they have a 7, I could have ambushed him with my second 7 for 6. I don't want to throw the 8 because that's going to give him a possible run of 4 with his 6. So I'll throw the 9, even though he more likely has a face card with 31, and that's fine. So I'm estimating what cards he's holding. He probably has more face cards and another 5 possibly, so I'm not too scared throwing the 8. Yep. And holding 10-point value cards. So at this point in the game, I'm really going to be careful not to get ambushed on the pegging phase. You got to play it smart now. Like I said, early on, you can kind of be a little more of a rebel and try to just get your pairs, and hopefully you don't get ambushed. Okay, my crib, this is pretty tough, but I want to keep that combination of 6s and 5s in case I get a 4 or a 7. That'll give me runs. And then if I get a 4, that's 15s and runs. So I'll discard both my aces. I always throw out the 5 if they throw the face card first. Okay, 15 for 2, and 25, and there you go. Another 2 for... You can make up a lot of points in the pegging phase. All right, still debating, so I know I want to get rid of the 8 for sure. I'm going to hope for a 10. See, I give him discard cards that aren't really good, so to eliminate any high hands that he potentially could have. So let's try this out. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna start with my 9. This gets in your opponent brain if you 8 pulls up and you throw a 9, it just gets in their head like, oh, he probably has a really good hand, but I don't. Just a mind game. So I get the knobs because I got the jack of clubs because the 8 of clubs was the turn up card. See, and he's got a jack in his hand, but a spade. You can only get 1 knobs, obviously. Okay, since it's my crib, I need to maximize all the cards, so I need that queen to get points from me. So I'm going to keep it in my main hand and discard the 8 and 7 and pocket 15 for 2. So that helps in both hands. Remember, I always throw the 5 if they throw a face card. And that's fine. They get the pair. So I'm not going to throw the 3 because if they're holding a 3, that's going to give them a pair and the 15 for another 2. So that's 4 points. So I'll go ahead and throw the 4. And if they had a 2, then I would counter with 3 and give myself a run. So I'm in pretty big trouble now because he has crib, so he's going to have 2 hands coming up. So I'm going to need a big hand if I want to win this game because you go to 121. Okay, so I'm going to throw away the 7. All right, yeah, I probably shouldn't have thrown the 9, but this is a teaching moment. Let's go with the 6. Okay, I get to run a 3. He gets 4. That's okay. Yeah, he's got a good hand, so he wins this game. But you can kind of see how the flow of this game goes. 8s and 7s are always good. I call it friends of 15, so your 10-point cards and your 5s are good. Your 8s and 7s, 9s and 6, and your 3-card combination of 15, which are 4, 5, and 6s, are good to hold on to. So this keeps your mind sharp. So at the end, it'll recap all the phases and who won. So the pegging point phase is involves the most skill. So I did win that by +5. But the dealer was more generous to my opponent. So he got 81 to my 62. And crib points is the second most skill phase. So we evened out there. I don't look at too much into the suboptimal play because, like I said, you don't want to get ambushed. So sometimes you have to throw off so you don't get your opponent getting 3 of a kind or a run of 4. So anyway, that's how you play. Let me know, comment below anything that you would have done differently, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Thank you.